This is my ultimate scraping and video image insertion guide. This guide is designed to provide assistance both to those new to Batocera and those who have utilised it for quite a while. I've included sections for automatic and manual scraping alongside manual insertion. But suffice to say, this guide may prove somewhat different to others, and I'd recommend you watch all of it to obtain the best benefit. For the scraping section of this guide, the first thing we're going to do is ensure that our network settings are enabled. Next, I'll demonstrate via system settings information that I'm currently running version 43.1 from May 2026. This guide will incorporate both scraping and file management sections. Next, I'll press F1 to bring up the file manager, and I'll navigate to ROMs and the NVME folder, as that will be the guinea pig for my guide. Once inside the NVME folder, we'll note we have a single game file here, what I've previously copied over, and the BIOS for this system. Also within this folder we have an image folder and a video folder. Both of these are empty at the moment, as demonstrated here. And with the pre-scraped file demonstration out of the way, we can quit back to Batocera's systems menu. Pressing start will scroll down to the scraper. Once inside, we note we're currently scraping from HFSDB, and our game scraping is set for games missing any media. Also, our systems included is set to 19 systems. If we were to scrape now and our ROM folders were actually largely populated, the scraping process would attempt to download images and video for all 19 systems, which, although automated, will take a long time to complete. In the scraping database, you will note we can select from any one of 4 scrapers. Overwrite names and descriptions is currently set to on, which is great for general use. However, if you want multiple instances of the same game but with differing box art, etc., you may need to adjust these to off in that circumstance. Scraping for videos is usually defaulted as off, probably due to the file sizes involved. You will need to enable this if you want to scrape for videos along with your box art. I think that pretty much explains the standard scraping settings for Batocera, so let's quit back to Batocera's systems menu. Within the NVME folder, we'll note our single solitary game, Cannon Spike, and we'll initiate a scrape for screenshot and video for this game. The search returns 2 results, but the top one also includes a video. That's the one I'm going to select for our file. As you can see, both screenshot and video are perfectly implemented for this game. Now I'll demonstrate what to do if your screen scraper returns limited or no results. Firstly, you should long press on the game and select Edit this game's metadata. Click on the game name and you can edit this with the virtual keyboard or indeed a real one. Ensure your game name doesn't contain any special characters as highlighted on the virtual keyboard. It's also worth noting that the scraper itself isn't faultless. Sometimes just scraping again is enough to obtain different results, but usually scraping issues are related to internet connection or special character inclusion in your game name. The safe option is to edit special characters out. Then you can scroll down through the menu and select Save before attempting to scrape again. Now we'll move on to the section that ensures that this guide is substantially different to any other that I'm aware of on YouTube. So pressing F1 again, we'll navigate to our ROMs folder and back into our NVME folder. And you'll note that our two previously empty folders are now populated with the screenshot and video from the game we scraped from earlier. Prior to editing this video, I copied over my logo along with an MP4 video of one of my YouTube demos into the screenshots folder. For quickness, I'm going to copy those into the NVME video folder. Next, I'll cut the JPEG image and copy and paste into its correct image folder. On returning to the main NVME directory, I am now going to create a new empty file. This will be my dummy file that my screenshot logo and video can be linked to. I'll give it the same name as my files, but need to add the .zip extension for demonstration purposes, so Batocera will be fooled into thinking it's a NVME game. So now we can close window and return to Batocera's systems menu, and don't forget to update games lists. Then we'll enter the NVME systems folder, hold over my NVME game and select edit this game's metadata. I'll now go down to image location and I'll select the JPEG image I placed in the NVME image folder earlier. Once this is done, I'll also do the same for the video location, selecting the My NVME Game video.mp4 file I previously copied to the video folder. Afterwards, don't forget to save your metadata, and as you can see, my screenshot and video is being displayed on My NVME Game. This is a handy option to have for those stubborn blank screen scrapes, an alternative trailer or even a video setup guide within a system for future reference, for example Visual Pinball. Hope you enjoyed my alternate take on the world of Batocera image and video scraping. Please consider a like, comment, share and subscribe. Check out my other videos and I'll catch you on the next one.